Let me ask you something. Has ChatGPT ever just lied to you? Like, you ask it a question, it spits out this super confident answer, and then you realize it's completely wrong? Yeah. That's because most AI is just guessing. It sounds smart, but half the time, it's bluffing. And that's a big deal if you actually need reliable answers.
RAG agents are the solution for it.
Step 1. Ingest. Here you feed in your knowledge, PDFs, spreadsheets, anything you want AI to answer. Step 2. Retrieval. Here your uploaded info is gathered by the AI and it analyzes it further. And last step 3. Generate. When you ask a question, the AI pulls the right info from the database and crafts a natural, human-like answer. Okay, so why should you care? Because RAG is already being used in real life. Customer support bots that actually know your company. Research assistants that summarize 100 pages in seconds. Internal tools where AI gives sales numbers instantly. Alright. That's it for theory. Let's spice it up by building your own RAG agents. For this we will be using Langflow. It's a visual drag-and-drop tool for building AI workflows. Think of it like Lego blocks for AI.
First, click on New Flow, then select the middle card labeled RAG. This will create a fresh RAG project for us to work with. What you're looking at now is the Langflow interface. At the very top, you'll see the name of your flow. On the left-hand side, there's the component list. These are the building blocks we'll use. And on the top right corner, you'll notice a button called a playground. If you click it, you'll open a chat interface where you can directly interact with your agent. In the center, we have the canvas. You'll see 2 flows already set up. The bottom flow is where we'll provide our content and knowledge for the agent. We'll dive deeper into its components when we start building. Now you'll see that the top flow is longer with many steps. This is where the agent handles retrieval and generation, and it's what powers the answers you'll see inside the playground. Before we build our own RAG agent, we need to set up a database. For this demo, I'm using Astra DB. I've already logged in, so now I'll click Create Database, choose Serverless Database, give it a name, pick Google as the provider, select a region, and that's it. Database created. Next, we need to link our database to Langflow, and for that we'll generate an Astra application token. So I'll go to a generate application token, I'll give it a name, click generate, and copy the token. Now let's head back to Langflow. Inside the Astra DB component, in the field for application token, click the small globe icon. This lets us create an environment variable. Just give it a name, paste in the token, and save it. We'll repeat the same process for the OpenAI API key so Langflow can connect to the model. Now that you understand how RAG works, let's actually build our own project. And for this demo, we'll create a Langflow RAG agent that can answer questions about getting started, installation, and tutorials from the Langflow docs. First, click New Flow. Select a blank flow and name it whatever you like. This gives us a fresh canvas to start building. Next, let's build our knowledge flow. Drag in a file loader, a split text, and an Astra DB component from the component tab and connect them. Now configure the Astra DB component. First, paste in the application token we created earlier. Second, select the database we set up, and in the collection field, create a new collection and give it a name. Choose NVIDIA for embedding generation, and for the embedding model, select the second option. Finally, click Create. And just like that, your knowledge flow is ready. So what's happening here? The file component lets you upload documents. Now, the split text block breaks those documents into smaller chunks, and the Astra DB component stores all those chunks into your vector database for retrieval later. Now, let's move on to the second flow, the part that handles retrieval and generation first. Add a chat input, Astra DB parser prompt, the LLM of your choice. I'll use Google's LLM here. And finally, a chat output, and connect them in this order. Here is what happens in this flow. When you type a question in the chat input, the Astra DB retrieves the relevant chunks from the collection we created. Then the parser combines those chunks and pass it on next. The prompt tells the LLM exactly how to use that context to answer. Then the LLM generates a clear response, which is displayed in the chat output. So we'll upload a file about Langflow using file component, and then hit this start icon on the Astra component. And that's it. Our RAG agent is ready. Now, let's head over to the playground and put it to the test. Come with me. Let's try asking it a few questions. Okay, let's test our agent based on info. I actually uploaded a file without any RAG info on purpose. Let's see how it responds. You see how the agent tells us directly instead of making stuff up. That's the power of RAG. And that wraps up the tutorial. Now you know how to create your own RAG agent in Langflow. I hope this gave you the confidence to start experimenting and building smarter AI agents. If you found this helpful, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and drop a comment on what kind of RAG project you'll build next. Until then, happy building.